You are an insecure man without a doubt, guaranteed. How do I know this so confidently? Well, because everybody is. It's part of development of a boy's journey when they're growing up, especially between ages 5 to 8. This is the first time that a boy experiences the notion of failure and all the challenges that come with that. And then 11 to 13, which is where this strong sense of belonging emerges for a boy. And then all the challenges that come with that and failures. And so in these two areas, I mean, it can happen between and after, but those are two big time frames where huge insecurities get acquired by a boy, and it's part of the developing journey of a boy. And so most boys don't know how to deal with that. In fact, they have a hard time blaming others because their part of the brain to blame others is just not developed yet. So they blame themselves, which is what causes the insecurity in itself. Because when something happens, teacher calls you stupid in front of the class, or you get bullied, or your parents beat you, or your friends beat you, or they don't accept you, whatever the case is, whatever your situation that you relate to, you turn it internally, your perspective, you translate it to mean something about yourself, and then you label it yourself. So it's part of development of a boy. And so most boys don't deal with that because they don't know how, and they take it into adulthood. Okay? And you've developed all these different survival behaviors. So for example, if you're arguing with your wife and you're interrupting her all the time, or you're over explaining, it's because she makes you feel stupid. And it's your over reacting behavior. It's your overcompensating behavior, right? If you're a control freak and you control the shit out of everything, whether it's relationships or with your wife or anybody or at work, you concluded that you're weak. So you overcompensate on the other end, right? And so this needs to be dealt with because insecurities kill marriage. You cannot be a rock solid husband in your marriage if you're constantly triggered by what your wife says or does. And then your ego comes in, and ego is destroying the relationship as well, right? The combination of the two. You get triggered because of the insecurity, and then you bring ego into the relationship. So you got to get rid of that. And getting rid of that is probably one of the most profound experiences a man can have. And it is permanent transformation, which means that you no longer will feel the trigger. All right? Hope you can do it. Let us know if you need help.